Hi friends, welcome to my channel. My name is Tracy with Charming Appeal. Today I'm going to upload my very first video. It's simple, it's just a Dollar Tree heart that I make over that I actually sold on my Whatnot show. So if you're not already following me over on Whatnot, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, I would appreciate that. But at the end of the video, if you don't mind giving it a like, comment, share, or hype, I would appreciate it. Hope you all have a good week. See ya. To get started, we're just using a scrapbook paper and trace your heart onto the back of it. And I got my heart from Dollar Tree. So I'm just going to trace that out and then obviously cut it out. When you're cutting it out, you can cut out a little bit around to give yourself a little bit of extra room that you will eventually sand off once you have it placed on your heart. And then once you have it cut out, we are going to Mod Podge it on the heart. I did stain my heart for a previous project. You do not necessarily have to pre-paint your heart. I don't see any reason to. I'm just using up a scrap heart that I had that I, for whatever reason, stained but never finished that project. So we're just applying Mod Podge all over. Make sure to get a good coverage on it, especially on those edges, so that your paper on the edges stays down. Okay, and I'm just kind of doing each side at a time. So once I get one side covered, I'm laying my scrapbook paper down, giving it a good rub, make sure there's no bubbles in it, and then I'm going to flip it around and add the Mod Podge on the other half of the heart. And then once you get that covered completely with Mod Podge, lay that other half of scrapbook paper down, give it a good rub, and then I'm going to pick up my little zip sander and we're just going to sand off the excess paper that is around the heart. Okay, so now that you have all of that sanded off, I'm just taking my brayer, going over it, and then this is where the fun begins. Trying to figure out what elements you want to add to zhuzh up your heart. So I have a wooden heart, I have a paper heart, I have stickers. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. So I decided that I'm just going to paint that wooden heart pink. I have this pink paint that I picked up most likely at Hobby Lobby. I'm trying to find a paintbrush, and of course there's dried paint on the top of my bottle. So finally got that off, and then just giving my heart a couple of coats of that pink paint. Once I get that painted, I just take my zip sander and go along the edges to give it more of a rustic finish. Okay, now we are going to add the two little hearts to the big heart. I'm actually going to get my hot glue gun warmed up for the wooden heart. So then we're going to take Mod Podge and just apply that to the back of your paper heart. Again, make sure you get those edges so that it doesn't have any lift up. And then just kind of place that wherever you would like on your bigger heart. Smooth it out on there. And then we are going to add the wooden heart. All right, then just take your hot glue gun, add a little bead line around the edge of the heart, apply that to your white heart, and then I had a little overspill, so I'm just taking a little pick and getting that hot glue out of there. And then we have those three hearts completed. Okay, went and got some more things out of my stash, and I'm just trying to see what other elements that I want to add to this heart. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out which word I want to use. I am going to go with the word love, and we are going to add that on with hot glue. I'm just going to add hot glue to the back where it's going to actually hit the other pink heart. And then as you see, I am going to line that L up with the bigger heart so it doesn't hang over in case someone wants to sit on a shelf. And then we're going to add a little bit of decorative piece around the edge. So I have this wired ribbon that I think I ended up getting off of Amazon, and I'll show you the tag for it here. And I'm just kind of putting that wire back in there, and then we're just going to put that all the way around the heart just to give it a little more pizzazz. So I'm just taking, again, my hot glue, getting those little finger protectors on, and we're just going to put a little bit down at a time so that our glue does not dry before I get this down. And I'm kind of just lightly pressing that on there around the edge. Okay, when you get to this side, I'm going to put that down, and then I'm actually going to place the ribbon underneath the loop of the L, and then just finish that off there on that side, and then you're going to bring it back around to the center. Okay, we're going to finish the top of the heart off, again, adding a little more glue around the edge, and then when I get to the center, I am going to take the 2 pieces of wire and I'm going to twist those together a couple of times before I cut it off so that it gives it a little bit more security in the middle of the heart. So, and again, add a little hot glue on the bottom there and tack it down. All right, and there she is. I do end up adding a little hanger, as you will see in the finished product. Here she is. Thanks for watching.